Welcome to the second Soleda product update, where we are building a useful, reliable data analyst to help marketing teams do their best work. Today's update is quite exciting. It's the first view of the actual interface. So let's go ahead and get started and talk to Dana, our data analyst. Since we haven't seen this data before, let's go ask her, what data do we have available? This will then trigger a query to very quickly get a sense of what information is actually available in this database. The query says that we want to return all the data. And then as we dig into it, we should also get a response that tells us that the data that we have is in three tables: orders, customers, and products. Well, let's dig in a little bit deeper. Do we have any columns related to revenue? And now we give Dana a few seconds to think. And yes, there is a price column in the orders table. Okay, that's pretty useful. In that case, maybe we want to know how much money did we make in February? Notice here then that we didn't really specify the exact time or in terms of the year, but hopefully the model should figure out exactly what to do. So Dana is now thinking, and unlike a lot of other systems, we have a behind the scenes view of what Dana is thinking. And right away now we get the query that indeed we have orders.month is equal to 2 and the years is equal to 2023. And we also get an answer that there's 5,900 revenue in February. Did we make a profit during that month in February? Once again, Dana is now thinking, and we can get a sneak peek at what's the thought. To determine the profit, we need to consider the cost of the products sold in February. This means that we need to take the orders.price subtracted from the products.cost, which is actually two different types of tables. So we actually have to do a quick join. And we get an answer that yes, we made a profit of over $1,000. Next, we might want to know, how does that compare to the previous month? This is actually quite tricky because we never actually mentioned what the current month is. We just said that this is February. And Dana needs to know exactly what that means, interpret that, and then subtract a month to get that the previous month refers to January. If we look at the thought behind the scenes, it does say that we need to do that, the previous month, which is January. Okay, great. So now the SQL query is calculated as the profit with orders.month in 1 and 2, and then we get a response that in January there was a small loss, while in February there was a profit. Well, that's great then. Awesome. It looks like things have really improved. And note here then that this is not actually a SQL query. And so instead of generating a query, instead behind the scenes, Dana just notes that the user is satisfied with the results, and says that it appears the financial performance improved significantly, which is a positive sign. Finally, we want to show off that Dana is also able to do visualizations. So if we ask for a graph of the revenue per month for year to date, not only do we have to interpret what it means for year to date and also do grouping and joining, then the system also needs to know that the user wants a visualization of revenue per month for the current year. The SQL query is generated appropriately, and if we just give it a second, the visualization now is able to come up as well. And you got it. Thanks so much for watching the second product update. There's many more exciting things to come in the near future.